Good morning, everybody. We're headed out. We've had breakfast. We're back on the trail this morning, fishing across this little old creek, and we're headed up Moosilauke. I'll give you pictures as it goes. See you up the trail. All right, everybody, I think that is Moosilauke right in front of us. We're on the trail headed that way. We're doing really good so far. It's been a gradual incline, but we know it's going to get steeper. Here in about another half a mile, I think it's going to really get steep on us, and we'll just have to keep grinding through it, and then get to the top. It's going to be a really steep descent, but we're going to get there. It may take us a while, but we're going to get there. See you up the trail. Okay, everybody, we're on the way. Dave and I is on the way up Mount Moosilauke. We're climbing toward the top. We're about 2 miles from being at the very top. Stopped here for water, and I'm going to put on video, show you how to gather water at a water source. So what you do is you just fill up a bag with water, catch it at the stream, and put the Sawyer filter on it. And what I do is make sure the bag's dry, cleaned off all that excess water. You either dry it with a shirt or a bandana, whatever you got. The bandana works real well. Dry all that excess off so it can't drip back in the bottle. And then I use a bottle, so I set my bottle down and just squeeze the water right into it. And it goes pretty quick. You get your bottle full. Once you got your bottle full, if there's any in there left over, you just turn it up and drink it. And that's the way you do it for that mountain water. Folks, we are climbing up the mountain, headed up toward the top of Moosilauke, however how they pronounce it, mountain. Now, I'm going to tell you, it ain't all easy, is it, David?
You turn a corner and you think maybe you're getting towards the top, and it just keeps going up and up and up. And then you turn a corner and it does the same thing again.
Y'all, I'll tell you, I think I've built up my cardiovascular system pretty good, but this is taking the wind out of me this morning. But we're gonna get there. I think we're down to within 1.5 miles of being at the top. We're gonna get there. And then we're gonna descend down the other side, very slowly. Okay, that's just a little view right through the trees right there. We're still on our way up the mountain. Still got a ways to go, but I just wanted to show you the views we're starting to see back kind of to the west, and it's totally amazing. You can see through the trees there. Of course, I can see it better than the video will show it, but just totally awesome views already. I'm hoping that there's going to be something wonderful at the top to make this worthwhile. I know this is a rocky climb, and you know, it ain't easy climb. All right, everybody, right up there, I believe it's going to be the north peak, Mount Moosilauke. So we headed that way, folks.
Yep. That doesn't look too bad. That's a 1/4 mile up.
This kind of trail would be nice.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting this.
Kind of reminds me of the Smoky Mountains.
We're approaching the summit, Mount Moosilauke. We are here.
Well, no, I can't see, but I can see like the general area. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen this. Jeff Sharp. I do see him.
Okay, everybody, we're on top of Mount Moosilauke, 4,802 feet. And I met this guy yesterday. He's got some awesome stories to tell about his hike. But what's your trail name?
My trail name is J2.
J2. How'd you get your name?
My name's Jake. My daughter's name is Jessica. We've hiked a lot together and I always became J2.
And you're doing a through hike all northbound from Georgia, right?
All northbound, except today I'm going southbound. So it's my second day of slack packing going southbound.
He's doing that over Mount Moosilauke, guys, just to give a little break and enjoy it. And I just got to say, how many miles did you do before your first zero?
My first zero was at the Yellow Deli at 1,708 of a mile.
That's awesome. That's the furthest I've known anybody do it without a zero.
Yeah.
So that's absolutely awesome. What do you like about the trail so far?
I like the people. I like the experience, the journey, all the views. It's been a great journey. Got less than 400 miles to go, so it's definitely coming to an end.
Yep. All right, man. Thank you.
All
Hope to
right.
see you up the trail.
Thanks.
Okay, everybody. I don't know why they're laughing, but it must be funny. Hey,
No, it's just a
we're on top of Mount Moosilauke. These three young ladies up here, they got a fourth with them, but she didn't want to be on the video. So, listen, what are y'all out doing today? How many miles?
We are just doing the whole loop of Mount Moosilauke, 7.3 miles, I believe.
Okay.
We're beginners, but it's going pretty well.
So is this your first time ever on the trail, or?
Yeah, on this trail, yeah.
Okay. So have you hiked before?
Yes.
We did one last week. We're 5.2 and the what? Where was it?
It was on the Appalachian Trail, kind of near like Hanover.
Okay.
But it was a smaller and less steep
Okay.
hike. So that was like our intro.
So where are y'all from?
I'm from Connecticut.
I'm from New York City, Maryland.
Okay. And I don't guess you have trail names yet.
No, what's that?
Well, it's like my trail name is Crazy Tree.
Oh.
This guy right here's name is just Dave, and
J2.
J2.
Can I be Fief the G?
You can be whatever you want to be.
I have to think of mine.
A lot of times people give their self names, and then sometimes those that wait gets names. So if you wait, you may get a name.
I might have to wait for one to find me. Yeah.
Well, what do y'all like about being out on the trail?
It's very peaceful. And it's beautiful, yeah.
Very high up.
It's a good workout.
Yeah,
Do you
very.
give any thoughts to doing a longer distance hike?
I would think
I need to do a couple more of these before I can work up to that.
I would think
I don't
about
think
it,
I'm gonna be
though.
out here doing 18.
Have you done overnights yet?
No. I would consider doing like one overnight.
Yeah.
Or two. Like 2 nights in a row, maybe.
That's what you need to do to start out with.
Yeah.
Just hang your food well so the bears don't get it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But they will get it even if you hang it
Oh, really?
sometimes.
Have you guys had any encounters with bears?
Yes.
A lot?
Thank you very much, and I'll see you up the trail.
Thank you.
Yes.
Folks, we conquered Mount Moosilauke today. Some awesome views up here. Met some folks up here on top. Got a few interviews. Got to talk to some people that I already knew. It's been a great day. It's not over. We fixing to start descending down Mount Moosilauke, and it's gonna be awesome. Okay, everybody, I'm on the north side of Mount Moosilauke, fixing to start the descent down. This lady yesterday, she was staying at the same hostel I did there, and this is a wonderful place to be able to get her interview. And what's your trail name?
My trail name is Scoop.
Scoop. And how'd you get your trail name?
Oh, that's a long story. It has to do with the water and the lack thereof, and there being a puddle, and I didn't carry anything to scoop it out of the puddle. But then other through hikers helped me out with that, and that's how my name Scoop came about.
All right. And where are you from?
I'm from Germany. I live in Berlin.
Okay. And you're doing a northbound hike.
Right.
You started in Georgia?
Exactly. In March, March 10th.
All right.
Yeah.
And what do you like most about being out on the trail so far?
Well, I have to admit, it seems like I'm more a camper who hikes instead of a hiker who camps. So I like the camping part actually the most. And now being here in these mountains, in real mountains for the first time on the whole trail, well, I think, yeah, this is actually today is what I like most on the trail.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Thank you very much, and hope to see you up the trail.
You're welcome.
Folks, if this was wet or icy, you know, bad weather, this would be really treacherous right here. But luckily today, the sun's shining bright and the rocks are dry. Fortunate for us, we've got fairly good footing so far. And we're just kind of picking our spots as we go down through here. Okay, everybody, me and Dave are still descending down off of Moosilauke, and this couple right here, just met them. They're headed southbound on the Appalachian Trail, and they are my neighbors.
Yeah.
They from my home state. Y'all tell them your trail names and where you're from.
I'm Toad.
And I'm Birdie. And we're from Georgia, Woodstock, Georgia. And we're hiking southbound for our honeymoon.
How about that? So when did you get married?
March 25th.
All right. And when did you start the trail?
June 3rd.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're heading home.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, this route here will get you close.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So how's it working out so far?
It's been great.
Yeah, everything's been awesome. Maine and New Hampshire have just been beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what do you like most about the trail?
Oh, wow. That's a tough question.
I think one of my favorite parts is the views, obviously. But other than that, I really enjoyed being able to find like our own stealth camping spots that no one else has really been to, or when it's just like us and we're able to find like a good view to camp at.
Okay.
Yeah, I think my favorite part is just seeing the community here. I mean, everyone's just so kind to hikers, and it's really awesome to meet the people out here.
Absolutely.
And obviously, being out here 24/7 with my wife now. Pretty cool.
Absolutely. And I wish y'all well on your trip to Georgia.
Thank you.
See you. Okay, folks, we're at Hikers Welcome Hostel in what is it? What's the
Glencliff, New Hampshire.
Glencliff, New Hampshire.
That's right.
Everybody has to help me with the towns and where we're at all the time. I get those confused.
You've been through a lot of them, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
So, what's your trail name?
That would be Famous Amos.
Famous Amos. And how did you get that name?
Well, my real name is Amos, and from there we were walking down the trail talking about names that would be disadvantageous because they remind hikers of food. And with that, I said, well, it'd be like if I was named Famous Amos. It'd be a bad idea because it reminds people of cookies. And one of the Thru hikers I was with at the time was like, there you go, there's your trail name. So there you have it. But yeah, it's not that much of a stretch. I've been called Famous Amos even before I got on the trail. So it's, yeah, that's an easy one.
So I first met you back in Warwick, Vermont.
Norwich, right?
Norwich, Vermont.
Norwich.
And you were cooking up a dish there. I was cooking a dinner and you was cooking something else. What was that dish?
I was cooking some curried chickpeas, or chana masala, as they might call it in India. But I was told that it was good. I enjoyed it very much. Yeah, I had it with some rice, and you were cooking up a much more sort of elaborate feast. I remember you had, what'd you have? Some chicken and some potatoes.
Yep, chicken,
and some corn. Man, people love that.
Yep.
People loved all of it, really.
I think it all went together well.
Yeah, I'm sure you can agree. It's pretty satisfying to be able to take some time to cook a meal from scratch after so many dehydrated meals, right, that we've had out on the trail.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was a good night there at Jenny's, right, in Norwich, Vermont.
Yep. So you're doing a northbound hike, and you're doing it in a big section. So what's the section you're doing?
It's a long section hike that started in Pawling, New York on June 15th. Yeah, I started with a friend of mine named, he took on the trail named Fairy Dust, and he ended up having some issues with his footwear and with his feet, so he had to take some extra time to rest back in Manchester Center, Vermont. So yeah, at that time I started getting ahead of him a bit, and at this point I think he's a few days behind, but yeah, and now we're here and it's July 21st, and yeah, so I guess I'm a little more than 5 weeks in.
Okay. And what do you like most about being on the trail?
Well, it's a sense of freedom that I can go out and sort of choose my own adventure every day, really. I mean, yeah, you can set kind of a loose sort of plan about, yeah, I want to sleep here at this shelter or at this campsite. But just kind of being able to set your own pace and hike your own hikes, pretty rewarding in a way that, yeah, it's might be difficult to understand if you haven't taken the time to do backpacking. But I did come to this trip with some backpacking experience out west, primarily. But this is certainly the longest trip that I've had in my sort of backpacking career, as it is. So yeah, I mean, and another common question is, well, why bother with a long hike like this? And for me, yeah, I do enjoy the social aspect. I mean, that's something special about the Appalachian Trail that you don't get on every other trail. I mean, maybe the Pacific Crest Trail has some social aspect to it, as well as the trail angel culture. But I think it's significantly stronger out here. I mean, of course, there's more people, there's more roads for trail angels to do their thing when they're there. And yeah, I mean, but even aside from that, I see this as kind of a training. I'm trying to sort of benchmark my abilities so that I can take these skills and this sort of fitness, knowing that I can do a long trip and take it out west to hopefully some of the more remote trails in places like Utah and Idaho, where I'm from, and maybe, you know, up in the Northwest, just the West, the American West in general. There's a lot of trails out there, of course, that are a lot less crowded than this. So it'd be real nice to spend some more time out there, now knowing that I can, you know, plan for a longer trip like this.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Hope to see you out on the trail.
Thanks, Crazy Tree.